Hi, this is Randy Finney with the Right Side of the Chart, and today is Wednesday, July 19th, 2017. This is the third of at least 5 videos I wanted to publish today, highlighting some of the sectors, industries, or commodities that stand out as attractive trading ops, either right now at this time or maybe look to be bottoming or setting up for some type of move, or in the case of one of them that I'll put out, a top where I think a good short will be coming. So far I've covered the energy sector and all encompassing, including the oil, gas, and solar stocks. Just wrapped up a video and published one on gold, precious metals, platinum, silver, miners. And now this is the marijuana sector. Unlike previous videos at times I've gone through all my stocks because, you know, as I say, there's a couple things, and I think these are important in trading this sector. Number one, first and foremost, I feel strong about using a shotgun approach, meaning you pick a number. It's all relative to everybody, whether you have $100,000, $10,000, or $1,000, whatever it is that you want to put into the marijuana sector. I think it would be, let's just say, not a good idea to pick just one or two because it is, as I said, a fledgling sector. The vast majority of these companies are not profitable yet, and many of these are penny stocks. However, I think the potential is huge. So whether you're investing long-term or just swing trading these, as I'm doing at this time, I'm doing both, you know, as an investor long-term in some accounts, some of these stocks, and then swing trading others. I think it's important to just spread it out. Commissions, depending on the brokers you go to now, can be as cheap as $1. So you can buy, you know, even a few $100s in some of these names, and then spread it out. And most importantly, engage the sector when you see not just one or two breaking out, but a majority. And that's what the videos have been recently. So again, just reference those past videos. They're on the site. A lot of those aren't viewable on the YouTube page because they are reserved for members, and then they're released after a while to the general public because these are trade ideas. But here's my watch list. Here's what it's doing today. And as I said, I have now 49 companies because this watch list has grown. I've added some recently, and I'll no longer be able to go through each chart of each and every one. So right now I have them sorted by what they're doing today. Let's just take a look. You know, starting out with MCOA, this stock, now that may not look like much, but this is just the nature of the beast in these things. They are low price stocks. A lot of them are penny stocks. They don't see a lot of volume normally, but when they do, as you can see these big volume bars, and since this breakout, this stock has surged, you know, and I posted it down here as a breakout above that downtrend line, and it's already run about 130% in just a few days. And so that is typical. Now, you know, it cuts both ways. If it would have broke support or not broken above that trend line, well, then again, you wouldn't have had a buy signal unless you went long at support. It could have fell. However, that's what stops are for. So as I've said, a couple points just again to reiterate: shotgun approach, scatter your money among the best looking names. Try to enter those strategically, not just a blanket approach. In other words, strategically means if, you know, when MCOA was pointed out here, you know, the buy signal was a breakout of this downtrend line. So that's where you make a long entry. If it takes out the first target or resistance level, you can add to the position. Just took out the second target resistance. That opens a door for a move up here to the third target. Should this one pull back? Well, objective levels would be, at this point, nice to see it pull back to the 0.03 level if you haven't taken it or you're looking to add to it. And again, any pullbacks, if you want to try to gauge, there are no certainties in trading, but if you want to try to gauge whether it's just a corrective phase pullback or the end of the run that momentum players have exited, again, look at all the stocks. Are they all smashing support? Are they coming back down to support levels where they should normally find support and then just smashing right through those? That's one of the things. So here's a downtrend line as well. So, you know, here's one. If you're in it, you have downtrend line resistance, even though it's just above that price target, but the momentum's still there in the sector. So the way to make the big money in these is to, if you get in at the right time, you can set stops either to protect you at break even, you know, stop at your entry price, or along the way below any of these target levels, just below resistance. The tricky part is, as I often talk about, these stocks tend to have what I call momentum fueled overshoots. In other words, I had a target back here, way back at this point, this line, and it was based on this reaction high and this reaction high. And if you can look closely here, you can see the stock shot up through there intraday because we had that's a candlestick wick. It means prices popped up, but then fell all the way back from the highs at that point. It might not look like much on this chart. It dropped almost 50%. So therefore, you have to be prepared that there are momentum fueled overshoots both on the upside and on the downside. So if that was your target, you should have booked profits there. However, if you were in for the long run, this was a powerful pattern. Again, you just set your stops, at either break even or to assure a profit, and let it run until you see the momentum on the sector dry up. Okay, so enough on that. I didn't want to just harp all over MCOA because it's up a lot today. I just had these sorted in that order. But I think these tips, at least what I've learned how I trade the sector, hopefully some of you guys will find that useful. There is an ETF, that actually somebody pointed that out on the site a while back when it was coming out. I'm doing a lot better trading individual stocks as I often can. You find a sector or an industry, and with technical analysis, if you have the time and the effort to go through all the charts and find the most bullish looking trade setups if the sector is bullish, or the most bearish looking trade setups when the sector looks bearish, you can usually outperform. So here's HMMJTO. So we just had a 100 and something % gain in the last 3 or 4 days in that MCOA. This one's gone up a paltry 6%. It has broken out. That looks good, and it's taken that out. But I read up a little bit on this. It's not a pure play. They have companies in there that a lot of pharmaceutical biotechs that just might have any type of hand in the marijuana industry, as does my watch list. Some of these aren't pure plays. There's even a REIT in there. There's some biotech. Some of the components. In fact, I went through this and I added all the components of HMMJ, and the TO just means it trades on the Toronto Exchange. So just wanted to point out that my strong preference is to pick these best looking setups. All right, we'll go through a few more and I'll leave it there. And just once again reiterate that the momentum, as you can see from how the watch list is doing again today, I've put this up in the trading room almost every day for the last few days. The momentum is there. That's a low price one. Signal Bay broke out today, SGBY, and that one's up 27%, coming to my first price target. So this is the common theme, guys. I cannot reiterate this enough. Birds of a feather flock together, and this is what I like to see. This is what I saw back here. I've seen it at other points in times. I saw it when they started to break down, that these things move in relative synchronicity, and the momentum players come in, and it's hot until it's not. So that's all I can say. I can't promise you to which level it'll go to here, but one thing I can tell you is, just when you think a stock can't go up anymore in this sector, if it's gone up 30, 40, 100, 200, 300%, it continues to climb. Some of these, again, they're all different. But vape has plenty of room to run, and as I talked about in other videos, we're targeting the late 2016, early 2017 highs on a lot of these. If this momentum continues, and ultimately beyond, because again, this sector is just really starting to get going here. So that's it. We can go through them all, but you're seeing the common theme that I'm seeing is breakouts, breakouts, breakouts. And as I've gone through these videos in recent days, I've not only highlighted the ones that have broken out, but quite a few that hadn't yet. This is one of them, GRNH. And so I continue to see follow through on those that are going, and in breakouts on those that I had highlighted recently as not yet having broken out. So there it is. And again, some of the recent videos, as well as a new group within the trading room, Cannabis Stocks. That's where I posted a lot of these setups, and price targets are there. And as always, any gold members, I'll drop me a line in the trading room, and I'll be free to put up a chart on any stock that you want at any time. All right, let's just wrap it up here, because like I said, there's too many individual stocks to cover. And if it changes and I see What looks like the momentum players exiting more than just a pullback, or I should be clear, even on a pullback, I'll continue to give some updates because those might be objective levels to add to, positions or maybe start an entry if you haven't done so already. And if it looks like the fun is over, the music has stopped, and it's time to get out for good. Again, for swing traders, I'll let you know. But if you're investing longer term, the trend on most of these stocks is, although there are wild swings on these charts, the trend is up from the lows back in 2015, 2016. And this is how charts look. And you go back, over time. Maybe one day we'll be talking about, just using it for an example, GRNH, up around the, as it approaches the $1 level, and it's only trading at 5 cents right now. It's going to take a little time, but again, we'll see. And as I said, there'll be winners and losers, undoubtedly, and that's my reasoning behind a shotgun approach. So I don't get, take a big hit if I try to pick just one or two, and luck has it that those one or two stocks happen to be a couple of the duds in the sector. All right, this has been Randy Finney with Right Side of the Chart. Hope you enjoyed it.